Hi friends, it's Amy at Doki Doki Forest. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad you could stop by. Today is Thursday, which means it's Thrifty Thursday. This is a hashtag created by Sheree over at Turquoise Dreaming, and I will have her information down below. And basically you can share all of the goodies you found at book sales or thrift shops, op shops, secondhand yard sale, anything, Dollar Tree. And I'm going to share with you a couple things from the thrift store, a couple of things from Dollar Tree, and a couple things from a book sale. And most of them have something to do with journaling, which I will explain as I go along. Now this case, first of all, was from the thrift shop. I could not resist. So let's see what goodies we have tucked inside. Okay. We'll see how much we can get through. I don't know if we'll get to everything, but let's get started. Okay, first of all, I'm going to begin with Dollar Tree. Now, Dollar Tree had some goodies, including these little pretend spell books, which I just thought were so cool, and they're little boxes you can keep things in. So I don't know about you, but I always seem to have, and look, they could just display it as a book if you wanted to. I just thought these were so cool. They had a few different ones too. I picked these two. They actually had a lot of really cool stuff, but you know, first I picked a bunch of stuff and then I whittled it down and just got like a couple of things. I was like, I don't really need all of these things. Let's just pick my favorites. So these are really cool. You could store some items for journaling in there. You could put some washi tape, and they're seasonal. You could keep your like Halloween or fall washi tape in these boxes. You could keep small bits of paper that you're going to use in your journaling. You know, you could just have a little place where you put, and this again, it could be fall themed or not. You could put some die cut stickers in here. There's just so many things you can do. I have like these little stamps. These are kind of fallish. You could hide those in there with a little ink pad. You could put those in there and then they'd be ready to go. If you do put it that way. And then if you want to put it this way, then, you know, you could still stack a few things in there. Or you could hide a snack in there. So while you're journaling, you can reach in and have a little snack as you go. But yeah, anything, buttons, you know, anything like that. And you could always put a rubber band around it or tie a ribbon around it if you want it to make sure it stays closed and doesn't open. So those were super cool. Then I found this gift bag, which I just thought was gorgeous. And my mom loves hummingbirds. So I was thinking I could take this and turn this into a journal and have this beautiful hummingbird cover and the beautiful flowers on the back, and there's even some glitter. So again, just another idea of something you can do. I've never made a journal out of a gift bag before. I have done it with an Amazon, you know, one of their packaging envelopes, but I haven't done it with this, but I think I can do it. But I really loved the pattern on the front. Now next up, I couldn't believe this. This was at the Dollar Tree. I only found one, but it's this book here, Prairie Style Weddings, Rustic and Romantic Farm, Woodland, and Garden Celebrations. And I thought this was gorgeous. So again, it's $1.25 plus tax, and it's just loaded with images. And my idea was that, you know, I'm going to harvest this for images and then maybe use the book for something, but it is just chock full of gorgeous pictures. I have not found something like this at Dollar Tree before. They have a lot of hardcovers and things, and this is the first time I found a book like just full of pictures that I thought was beautiful. Look at this. You've got the woods. You've got beautiful. It doesn't even have to be like a wedding. It doesn't really look like it. It looks like it could just be fairyland. Like, look at how beautiful the lamp is. And the little teapot. Whoops, sorry, I bunked my little book over there. But it's just absolutely gorgeous. Every page, I thought, I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that. You know, just all kinds of everything that I love. It's woodsy. It looks magical and fairy-ish. So this is loaded with possibilities. I would highly recommend this if you can find this at your Dollar Tree. Oh, even a horse. Beautiful. So yeah, definitely if you see this, I would recommend big time. This is gorgeous. And if you want me to do a full flip through of that, I can. I'm going to put it aside for now because I have a lot to get to. But this was beautiful. And originally it says it was $30. So it's quite a steal. Oh, and I almost forgot. The other thing I got at the Dollar Tree were some magazines. And I thought that we could harvest these and see what we can find in them. So I'm going to do that at the end of this video. And they're not very big. They're just small publications. But you know, you might be able to find some nice things. So it's a lot better, or it may be a lot better than paying, you know, a lot of money for a big magazine. And it may not, you know, again, we'll see what we can find. So at the end of this video, I'm going to harvest these. If you are interested, you can stick around. And I thought these might be good for our hashtag that myself, Care, and Jeanne Baney are doing. Information down below. We are doing hashtag harvested mag swap. So I thought these might be a good option for that as well. You know, you can look through it, see what we like, and then send it to the next person. So we'll check these out and we'll see if they're worth it or not. See if we even find anything. I think I'll definitely find stuff in this 80s one. I actually got 2 of these because I figured I could harvest one and keep the other one. So that's that. And then real quick, while we're on the subject of magazines, be sure to check your library. They may have free magazines you can take. The ones near me do. They have a basket where you can leave magazines or take magazines. And so it's a great thing to do if you're out and about, driving around, going thrifting, and you pass a library. You could just pop in and see if they do that. And then you can get free magazines, which is the best deal of all. The other best deal of all is this Trader Joe's Fearless Flyer. And they have these, I don't know if they do it every month or if it's seasonally. I think it's seasonally. And these have all kinds of really cute pictures, and these are free. And they're a newspaper material, but they have a lot of, you know, they tell you about all the new food and things. It's like clever little puns and stuff, but they have really cute little black and white drawings that you could definitely use in your journaling, especially if you're doing like a steampunk theme or something. There's just so much in here. And then even the text is beautiful. But you can spray these, you can ink them, you could paint them, you could just use them as is because they have all the text and it's different colors. So I think I might even use some of this in my colors glue book because like there's orange text, which like I never see orange text. So I'm going to put that on my orange page. And look at this guy in the TV. So yeah, this is really cute. So if you have a Trader Joe's near you, you know, you can read about the new stuff they have, and then you can also use all of this, like a crossword. You can put that in your journal. Really cute stuff, and free. All right, now we will move on to the book sale. I have a few books to show you. We'll see if we get to all of them. First, I found this large edition of The Tale of Jemima Puddle Duck by Beatrix Potter. Now, I already have all of these books in like that small hardback format. I have those, and I love these. And I love Jemima Puddle Duck. Now, someone has decorated the cover with some stickers, which we can probably take off. But I noticed throughout, there are some stickers. These pages are clean. But I did notice, maybe there's not that many. Oh, here we go. Here's when they're loaded. But it's kind of cute, and look, it's all Easter. It kind of goes with the whole book, and I just thought, you know, this would be a really cute, like, spring journal. It's pretty large, but I can probably keep this text. And then just like this person started, you know, they started it with stickers. What a great idea. I could add some stickers, some paint, and kind of go around each page like that. So thank you to whoever put these stickers in here, because I was flipping through thinking, well, I can rip out the pages and harvest the magazines. But then when I saw the stickers, I thought, well, actually, there's so much space here. I can work right in this book. So that's my plan for this one, is to make a spring journal. if I remember. See, I'll put it aside now and hopefully I'll remember that later. Next we have How to Use a Chafing Dish. Now, this is an old book. I absolutely love finding these old books. It's by Mrs. S.T. Rohrer, and I have no idea what a chafing dish is. So, do you know what a chafing dish is? I have no clue. I don't know how to use a chafing dish. I don't even know what one is, but I had to have this book because I just love, oh my gosh, Mrs. Rohrer has a bunch. Popular cookery books. Look at this. There's a ton of them. Mrs. Rohrer really knew her stuff. Now I have all these other books to look for. Canning and preserving, hot weather dishes. Gosh, I need those for this week. We are having a heat wave. They've even closed some of the schools because it's so hot. Not our schools, though, but some of them. This is copyright 1894. See, I don't know if I'll find, and I'll show you the table of contents because I won't be able to flip through all of it, but I'll read a little bit so maybe we can discover something together. We'll learn something new. Oh, look. Oh, I thought that said chafing dish manners. This says chafing dish dinners. I was going to say, if it's manners, I have to read that because I love that. How to use a chafing dish. The chafing dish is generally looked upon as a luxury, and its use as a passing fad. With a more intimate knowledge of its capabilities, this idea will vanish. In one item of domestic economy, made-over dishes, its value is unquestioned and should place it among the necessary utensils of the household. The fact that there is no necessity for lighting the lamp until the last moment, and that it can be extinguished as soon as the materials are cooked, is a great factor in its favor and makes alcohol really a cheap fuel. The leftovers of beef, mutton, chicken, or duck may be converted in a few minutes into the most dainty sorts of viands. I've actually never seen this word. Viands? Viands? I always seem to discover new words when I read these books. I mean, every book, but especially, these old ones. To the housewife who keeps but one maid. What? If you only have, one person helping you around the house. Do you have anyone helping you around the house? I mean, wow. Okay, to the housewife who keeps but one maid, it is indeed a helping hand. So I guess I need to have at least 2 chafing dishes. The Monday lunch or supper is quickly gotten without the use of stove or kitchen, and so again on maid's day out, the Sunday night supper, and the still more fashionable 12 o'clock Sunday breakfast. This latter, by the way, is one of the most sensible of all the recent fads. A breakfast being much lighter than a dinner can be easily gotten in the chafing dish, giving both mistress and maid a day of rest. Okay, and then there's more info on that. A sample menu. Let's see what they would eat. Arrange, for instance, a menu like the following: caviar sandwiches, deviled oysters, beef à la bordaise, mayonnaise of celery, rolls, peas, wafers, cheese, and coffee. So are you having caviar sandwiches for lunch? Deviled oysters? It's always interesting to see what people were eating. Okay, some chafing dish dinners include raw oysters, sweetbreads, whole wheat bread, lettuce salad, wafers, lemon jelly, ladyfingers, coffee, then oysters on a half shell, oyster crackers, then deviled oysters. It's all like seafood and shellfish, lobster Newburg, clam bouillon, fricassee of crabs, creamed fish. So anyway, this was a very interesting book that I will not be taking apart or using in journaling. This is just going on my shelf or, with my cookbooks. Just sneak it right in there. I just love these kind of finds. And look, I love the little leaf on the cover. So that one goes on the shelf. And then I found a couple of cool bird books, An Introduction to Birds and Bird Watching as a Hobby. So these I wasn't sure. I'm going to leave this one, I think, the way it is. I don't know, I love these old books. It's an ex-library book. Let's see. By John Kieran. Illustrations by Don Eccleberry. And look, someone is checking off some birds they've seen, perhaps. Copyright 1946, 1950. Yeah, someone had... Next to Bob White, it says tame one. So what does that mean? They had like a nice friendly one that would come to visit, maybe? So I just loved the illustrations in this book. I recognize, let me back out a little bit. I think I'm a little close. This book is a little bigger. Here we go. So we've got like a starling and a crow, blue jay. I just love these informational sort of books. I feel like a lot of them might have the same info, but then there's always something new to learn. It says, many years ago, the poet Edgar Fawcett put in rhyme his admiration for the flashing Baltimore Oriole and asked, at some glad moment was it nature's choice to dower a scrap of sunset with a voice? And then, yearning toward heaven until its wish was heard, desired unspeakably to be a bird. So yeah, I just love this. I do love to go in and read about birds and look at them. And, you know, most of these I have seen. No, I have not seen this one, actually. A scarlet. I don't know how to pronounce that. If it's tanager, I'm not sure. I have not seen one, but yeah, I think that's one you wouldn't miss if you saw it. Sparrows, finches, meadowlarks. So most of these are friends I see when I go for my walks, and sometimes I'll draw them. Now some of them look very similar to me, so when I'm out for a walk, I wouldn't probably be able to tell if I was looking at a hermit thrush or a veery. So that's when I really need to learn the bird calls as well, so I can get better at identifying them. So yeah, this, I just loved the pictures. I love these like vintage style illustrations. They have like a very soft look to them. And yeah, it's just chock full of info as well. And then the next one was Bird Watching as a Hobby by Robert Wells. And this one is, look at these sketches. For a minute, I thought somebody actually drew those in there. They look like they're just sketched right in the book. That's very cool. And this one is copyright 1962. And the foreword says, next to other humans, birds are by far the most interesting of our neighbors. They are such an interestingly diversified group. That is for sure. And again, I love the illustrations, and it says, you know, why bird watch? Like, look at this beautiful swallow. Looks like a barn swallow. Beautiful. And some of them are black and white. Some of them are in color. But I just thought this was beautiful, and I wouldn't have the heart to rip this up unless the pages were already falling out and it was in poor condition. But this one is in really good condition, so I don't have the heart to take it apart. But yeah, I'll just enjoy this on my shelf. I like to just read this outside while I'm listening to them. This is cool. Look, you get some blueprints, some dimensions rather, and some illustrations on how to make different houses. A martin house, nesting shelves. So there's tons of info. Photographing birds, that'll be interesting to read, especially now that we're using our phones most of the time. And migration patterns. So this book is gorgeous. Nest building, field trips, record keeping. Oh, that's neat. It gives you a bird file card, so you can like copy that, make a copy of that and put it in your book. I think I will. I think I'll make a copy of that and put it in my nature journal. And then look at this, all of the It's like a bird, topography of a bird. Tells you all the parts. Like the tarsus. Now without looking, do you know where the tarsus is? If you said W, you got it. And if you didn't, now you learned. I guess that's not called a leg. It's called a tarsus. So those go on the shelf. And then this is gorgeous. Culpepper's Color Herbal. Now this one has some drawings. But look at these illustrations. This looks like colored pencil. This is gorgeous. And it's illustrated by Michael Stringer. And this is from 1983. So this is a newer book. A newer vintage book. And it has tons of info, gorgeous illustrations. You could, find a copy of this and rip it apart and, use the illustrations in your journaling, and it would be gorgeous. This might be a good time to or a good instance when you would look for a book like this or those bird books, but you would actually want like a poor condition one. Sometimes you see people selling them secondhand online, and if they're poor condition, you think, well, I don't want that. But maybe for junk journaling, it's perfect, because then you don't have to feel bad about ripping it up. I mean, don't get me wrong. You don't have to feel bad about ripping this book up if you want to, because it's your book and you use it however you want. But for me, I think I wouldn't rip this one up. This one is just so pretty, and I want to learn about plants. And it's also great for a reference book. So if I wanted to draw something in my journal, I could just open up to a random page even and just pick something. And it gives you a new idea, new stems to draw, a new kind of flower, because they all have slightly different leaves, or really different leaves and flowers. So if you tend to draw things or sketch things the same way all the time, this is great to flip open and be like, okay, well, I can make this like serrated edge leaf, or I can make my flowers like more of a cone shape sort of thing. So it's really good for reference and for inspiration. So this goes on an inspiration and informational shelf. Oh, and here's Nicholas Culpeper himself. He was a famous astrologer-physician of the early 17th century. During his life, he spent a great deal of time studying astrology and medicine, and he published a number of books on these subjects. His books included many of the herbal remedies which he developed and used in his own practice. Oh, that's super cool. Now, you may have already known that, but I did not. And this book was only $12.95 when it came out. And now what I will do is go through... Oh, wait, I'll share one more thing. Hold on one sec. Okay, before I harvest the magazines, I'll share with you one more thing I got at the thrift store. And look at the paper they wrapped it in. They didn't just use tissue. It's this gorgeous bird wrapping paper. So this I will definitely use in a journal. Maybe even a cover. Maybe my bird book cover. But look, and inside, I could not resist. Let me get... Let's see if I can show you. It's very shiny, but like, it's absolutely beautiful paper. And then, tucked inside of that paper, let me move my magazines for just a moment, is a little dish. And then a little froggy cover. It's actually pretty big. Look at this frog. I was in love with this. I love frogs so much. So this guy's going to be on my desk. Let me know what you think I should put in here. I mean, of course I could put some washi tape in there. I mean, I could make it work. I can make it work for journaling. Let's see. I could put some pens. Oh no, doesn't quite fit pens. Well, a couple. Glue stick. And again, snack, always an option. So yeah, this I loved. I love finding nature sort of things. Frogs, birds, squirrels, foxes, chipmunks, badgers, all these woodland creatures I love. So I will put my Froggy to the side now. And we're going to look at these magazines. And we're going to see. The Trader Joe's one, I know has good stuff. I kind of showed you that. You get the idea. But let's look at these ones and see if these are worth it, if they have anything. We'll start with the 80s. So this I'm probably going to take like pretty much every page because this is great. This 80s is great. Now the only thing is this magazine in particular, this is a newspaper kind of like that Trader Joe's one. So you'll see the pictures are more grainy, but like how awesome is that? Like that's a must-have. Back to the Future, even with George McFly. I mean, this is awesome. And then it tells you about what they're up to now. The Outsiders. I don't even know if I need to rip this. I think I don't even need to rip this. I think it's going to be every page. But The Outsiders, I still have never read this book or seen this movie. My sister had the biggest crush on Matt Dillon, though. Matt Dillon. He's 59 now. Oh my gosh, I forgot Patrick Swayze was even in it. Ralph Macchio, 61. I mean, he always looked so young. Even in Karate Kid. He was like, wasn't he in his 20s? He's like in his 20s and he looks so young. Anyway, love Ralph Macchio. So yeah, oh, of course, The Breakfast Club, Molly Ringwald, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. How old is Matthew Broderick? Did you see? Take a guess. He is 61. Let's see, Say Anything. Jennifer Grey. Miami Vice, I didn't watch either. I know it was on in my house sometimes, but I didn't watch it. So I feel like I want to go back and watch this show. Mr. T, loved Mr. T. Still love him, but I mean, I do remember him, of course, from the 80s. The Facts of Life, I used to watch that. My favorite one was Jo, because she was the tomboy and I thought she was cool. Who's the Boss? I didn't watch that one. Moonlighting I didn't watch. Again, they're like shows that were on in the house, but I didn't actively like watch them. The Wonder Years, loved that. The new Wonder Years show is really good too. Madonna, of course. Boy George, Cyndi Lauper. These are all names. I thought Cyndi Lauper had the best fashion, and she did. She was awesome. The Go-Go's, Janet Jackson, David Lee Roth, Billy Idol. Love Billy Idol. He's awesome. Did any of you used to practice his like signature lip curl, like Elvis, you know, the lip curl kind of thing? I used to try to do that. Back in 1983, the median yearly income for all families was $24,580. Median cost of a new home, $75,300. Hershey's chocolate bar, guess how much that was? 35 cents. Postage stamp was, do you remember? 20 cents. Gas was $1.16 a gallon. Movie ticket, $3.15. Wow. And that tells you who was born that year. Oh, Adam Driver was born in 1983. Oh, look at this stud over here. We got Paunch. I loved Chips. Popular movies, The Outsiders, Flashdance, and The Big Chill. Popular toys, Cabbage Patch Kids, yes. Care Bears, yes. He-Man, yes. My Little Pony, yes. Atari 2600, yes. And 5200, I didn't have that. ColecoVision, I did not have that either. New products, caffeine-free Coca-Cola. Chicken McNuggets were new. Fruit roll-ups, Hot Pockets, Nerds candy. Wow. This is chock full. I mean, this is awesome. You get the picture. Oh, Julie Andrews. She's the best. It's just got everything. We got some 50s trivia even in here. Eddie Murphy, awesome. I used to love seeing him on Saturday Night Live. Ozzy Osbourne used to scare me when I was a kid. I think I saw like a cover of one of his records and he had like jelly or I don't know. He used to always kind of freak me out. But yeah, I used to think he was scary back in the day. So yeah, this is like a blast. I'm kind of just looking through because I decided at this point I don't really need to rip anything out because I'm just going to keep it all. Sean Astin, Samwise Gamgee, Nicolas Cage. Is that Peggy Sue Got Married? I used to think that was awesome. Oh, maybe that's Valley Girl. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because that would be Valley Girl. I used to love him in Peggy Sue Got Married, and I don't know why, because he was so weird in that movie, but I loved it. Kevin Bacon, of course, Stud, Footloose. Charlie Sheen, I never really cared for. I didn't watch Doogie Howser either. I don't know why. Oh, Lost Boys. Lost Boys. Corey Haim. Corey Feldman. Who was your Corey? Corey Haim was mine. I mean, he was so cute. Especially Lost Boys. I love Lost Boys. That was like a movie I would just watch on repeat. All right, that was a trip back in time. Ooh, cool. It's like the original poster. All right, this is pure gold if you like going to the 80s, and you know, I guess this is mostly 1983, so hopefully they'll have some more of these and go through like different years. I haven't found another one yet, but this is awesome. I have found other Remind magazines that are more like I have a 70s one. I've seen those at Dollar Tree too. So anyway, really great. Now let's go on to this. Now this I won't be using everything from because there's no pictures of Ralph Macchio or anything like that in here, I don't think. So let's see what we do find. I like this cover. I'm not going to rip it off yet. Oh, wait, yeah, I am. I already broke my first rule of saying I'm not going to take it, and then I took it. Love that tiger. I am Year of the Tiger, so like, that's amazing. Okay. What's left? Not too much. I like this pattern here, though. But that might show up later in the magazine. All right, some little things here. I could take that for texture. I'm just going to look sort of quickly through this time, and then I can come back in a second time and kind of see if there's little things I want. This is pretty for like a red page. We've got a combination of red and cream color. And let's just see what we have. There's a shark. There's a shark biting someone. Oh, I like these colors. I like this setup here. Could have a little, I don't like the, I like the chair color. But it looks uncomfortable to sit in, doesn't it? Or sit on. You don't sit in a chair, right? You sit on a chair. Oh, I love these pom-pom flowers. Those are cute. So I'll take that for the pom-pom flowers. Put that over with the tiger. This is pretty. I like this page. And I like this page too. I really like these little cakes. I like the little tea party cakes. Those are cute. Oh, and there's some more. Yep, I like these too. The more pom-pom flowers. Those are cute. Those look very kind of fairy-ish and whimsical. I like the color scheme in this one. I like the creams and the greens, so I'm going to take that. I think that's pretty. And this, I like the picture here because you could cut that out and put that. Yeah, I'm going to take that for this picture because you could cut that out and put that if you're making like a room page, or you could even just use the frame and put something else in there. Oh, I really like the old trunk and toys here. Yeah. There's lots of little things in here you can cut out too to fill up a room, but I really like this little trunk with toys and a little truck on top. I like that. Now this, I love the easel, but I don't like the lockers there. So I like it more if it looked like an art room, but I don't care for those lockers. Oh, and don't forget to look for words too. I always forget. So I'll probably get those on my second go through. I like these shelves. I always like images of books. Oh, this has the big like wooden nightstand piece, but I'm gonna take this for the books and possibly the whole shelf. And then even when I take that, I should be able to still get some of this, which I think I can use on a brown page. Although I like that there's the little bar on top here. That's cute. But I think I want the books. We'll see. I won't cut it yet, you know. Sometimes it's good to wait. Oh, here's some more brown. And I like these images. I think they kind of remind me of the 70s. We've got the colors of the 70s. It's like brown and like this avocado green. I was working in my color glue book and I realized I don't seem to have a lot of purple. I thought for some reason I would have a lot of purple, but I really didn't. Oh, kitty. 2 kitties. 1 kitty, 2 kitties. All right, so we got a couple things from there. And again, there might be more, and it's not a big magazine. I would probably take this cover too, because I like, then I can have the bar and that. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and take that now. So a few things in there, not a ton, but again, it's a small magazine, so I'm not expecting to find a lot. This one's junk overs. I like this basket. Oh, but I love this picture. Love that. Quick project. That's pretty neat. Take an old clock and make it into like a little vase for flowers. Okay, I actually love that. Oh, I love this with all the game pieces. That's very cool. And, oh, look at that. They made candles out of dice. And they used dominoes, they glued dominoes together to hold, like, crayons. So that's cute. Oh, but I like this too. Not so much the drink, but I like the Scrabble pieces. But yeah, look at how clever this is. Get all kinds of chess piece, can hold some rings. So yeah, this has some different pictures. Oh, I like the heart. Oh, but I like those too. All right, clearly this magazine, I like just about everything. Oh, I love this. I love just seeing all the different items. It's like all little goodies you might see at a thrift shop or an old junk drawer. You know, if you pulled out someone's old junk drawer. Cheap and cheerful. It says you can make darling cabinet knobs out of them. That's a cool idea. And this was wallpaper. Oh, love that. That could be a little fairy house. Paper chains, that's very cute too. Like that. All right, this magazine I recommend. I definitely recommend. The other one had just a couple things, but this one is like, every page is amazing. So if you see a junk overs magazine, I would pick it up. I like everything. I love this. I love these photos on the wall. Not sure about the chair. It's kind of nice for a spa day. I like the ladder. Yeah, I like every page here. Oh, here's purple. It has a lot of text, but I can still get this for purple. I'm going to take that. Oh, I like this. The old crates here. Coca-Cola and Pepsi. And look at the little dolls. Oh, look at the house. Okay, that's amazing. A bohemian cottage. That is adorable. I want to make a dollhouse, I think. Oh, look at this. It's even got... Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at the little room, the little koala. That makes me think of Kristina at Kristina's shack. She loves bohemian and she's in Australia. She's got koalas and she makes lots of super cool pages that have rooms and things. This is so cute. Oh my gosh, every page. This is so many good ideas in here. This is chock full of ideas, you know, because even though they're making a real like dollhouse with a crate, you could actually make a junk journal page and kind of use things in a similar way. You could take stamps and make them pictures on the wall. You know, it kind of gives you ideas of different ways to set up a room. These are so cute. I love it. This is pretty, the blue, and I love the texture here. Oh my gosh, look, they made a little pocket on the boot that can hold the phone. I like this lampshade. That looks very 70s to me. I think I would cut, not the whole thing, but just this. Oh, and the books. Gotta get the books. Tooth Fairy and pocketbook. Oh, I like this though. These are all patches. Very cool. The old bottles. Oh, I see they use the patches to mark the bottles or make coasters or luggage tags. All right, that's a commercial, or I mean, that's an ad. And I don't love, oh, Smokey Bear though. Smokey Bear. We have a Smokey Bear sign in town that tells us what the fire danger is each day. Oh, this is beautiful. Cookie tray. It's a cake stand. It looks a little sparse though, so I think I would probably just cut out the cookies. All right, this one I took pretty much everything. There's like literally one page in there. So this one I recommend. The first one I did, or no, the 80s one I recommend. The second one I did is like, okay. That junk one is great. Here's the last one, porches, decks, and patios. And I love the green and yellow scheme here. So I'll take that. This says $4.99, but I don't know. It's just $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. This has some, I don't know, I don't love it though. It's okay. Oh, I like this though. I like this page has a lot of flowers. And I like the flowery curtains in the window, the ferns. So that's pretty. I like this little vintage wicker page down there too. That's cute. I don't really like that sort of thing. I'm trying to think how I'd use. Now this I love because I love the door. You can always use a door on your pages. You can make someone coming through. You can make it so it opens and closes. So I love finding doors. Porch Pizzazz. Amazing decks. I'm going a little bit quick because this is how I usually harvest magazines, sort of quickish. At least the first time through, because I'm just really trying to edit and see what grabs my attention. And so far, even though like it's not that I don't love these images, it's just there's nothing I see. I mean, windows are always great. You can always add those too, so could always come back. The color, pops of color. I was saying I needed purple, so there's purple right there. I could come back and cut those out. Oh, see, I like this one for purple, though. This one's got a lot and some different flowers, too. So I like that for purple. And I've got a hanging, some purple in there. Also some white. And, yeah, so this one didn't have too much either. So I'd say the Junk Overs one was the best. And the 80s. Those were the best ones. And that does it for Thrifty Thursday for this week. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you again soon. Take care, everybody.